Discover the rarest and most valuable Lincoln pennies ever minted, each carrying unique history, remarkable value, and extraordinary worth in millions. From hidden treasures to legendary finds, these coins reveal fascinating stories that make them true collectors' dreams. In 1966, the United States Mint produced the Lincoln cent during a fascinating period of American coinage history. This was a time when the mint was grappling with changes in metal composition, coin shortages, and public demand for coins in circulation. The 1-cent coin of this year carried the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, and retained the Lincoln Memorial reverse introduced in 1959, which remained in use for decades. In 1966, no mint marks were used on coins struck in the United States, making it challenging for collectors to know where specific pieces were produced. This was part of a temporary decision by the mint to discourage coin hoarding during a nationwide shortage. As a result, all coins from Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco that year were issued without mint marks, making the 1966 penny unique compared to many other years in the series. The coin itself was struck in bronze, a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin, giving it the familiar reddish-brown appearance prized by collectors when preserved in high grades. Over time, most 1966 pennies circulated heavily, losing their luster and showing signs of wear, which makes finding pristine, untouched examples far more difficult. This factor has played a significant role in pushing the coin into rare and valuable territory. The historical context of 1966 adds further importance. It was a year marked by major events in the United States, including social change, political developments, and advancements in culture. For coin collectors, the penny from this year became a small but enduring artifact of that era. Its design not only honored Lincoln but also symbolized the nation's heritage during a transformative time. Collectors began to realize that the 1966 penny, though seemingly ordinary, carried unusual significance. Since it bore no mint mark and had a limited number of high-quality survivors, it gained attention in numismatic circles. Over the years, demand increased, and auction houses saw bidding wars whenever an exceptionally preserved example appeared for sale. Rarity often drives value, and the 1966 penny demonstrates this perfectly. Common circulated examples may not stand out, but in high mint state or proof-like condition, they are extremely scarce. Some coins also display striking errors, such as doubling or off-center strikes, which further elevate their value among collectors who prize unique imperfections. The Lincoln penny has always been more than just a small denomination coin. For generations, it has been a gateway for new collectors and a symbol of American coinage history. The 1966 issue, however, has moved beyond being simply a collectible to becoming a true rarity, standing out even within the long-running Lincoln series. The value of the rarest 1966 Lincoln penny without mint mark has astonished many, with a record valuation of $3.16 million. This incredible price reflects not only the coin's rarity but also its condition, provenance, and the passion of collectors willing to invest in such a historic piece. When coins like the 1966 penny achieve such heights, they remind us that even the smallest denomination can hold extraordinary worth. From a humble cent used in everyday transactions to a multimillion-dollar collectible, this coin embodies the unexpected treasures hidden in plain sight. The 1966 Lincoln penny without mint mark has therefore secured its place in numismatic history, admired not only for its design and origin but also for its journey from pocket change to one of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. Its legacy continues to grow, inspiring both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny from 1981, holds a unique place in American coin history, as it was one of the final years struck with the traditional copper composition before the U.S. Mint transitioned to zinc-based pennies in 1982. This single year captures the end of an era, making examples without a mint mark even more significant for collectors who understand the delicate shift in material and design. The obverse of the 1981 Lincoln penny features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, a portrait that has remained one of the most recognized images in U.S. coinage. The reverse carries the Lincoln Memorial design created by Frank Gasparo, a tribute that represents both heritage and American pride. The no mint mark strike identifies it as being minted in Philadelphia, which traditionally did not mark its coins until later years. Collectors appreciate the 1981 penny not only for its design but also for its historical context. It was produced during a time of economic change when rising copper prices pushed the mint to reduce production costs. This makes the copper composition of the 1981 issues a final nod to decades of tradition. With no mint mark, this coin symbolizes simplicity and rarity that becomes more apparent with the passage of time. The absence of a mint mark on the 1981 penny can mislead casual observers, but experts know it is a sign of Philadelphia origin. What makes this even more compelling is that certain high-quality, well-preserved specimens are extremely difficult to find. As most pennies were heavily circulated, locating a pristine example from 1981 becomes an extraordinary challenge. Over the years, collectors have found that condition and rarity combined to drive up demand for the 1981 Lincoln penny. Coins that remain uncirculated, with their luster intact and minimal handling marks, are prized at the highest levels. This scarcity, paired with the historical backdrop, has elevated the status of the no-mint-mark penny into a remarkable piece worthy of attention. Historians note that the 1981 issue marked not just the end of the copper era but also represented the last of a generation of pennies struck with a sense of durability and permanence. By contrast, the zinc pennies that followed were more prone to wear and damage. This creates even more appreciation for the copper 1981 coin, especially when it appears in excellent condition. Auction houses and collectors across the world have shown immense interest in the rarest examples of the 1981 penny. Unique qualities such as flawless surfaces, sharp details, and minimal discoloration separate the truly valuable coins from the ordinary. It is these rare survivors that command astonishing figures when brought into the market. The value of the 1981 1-cent Lincoln penny without mint mark has reached remarkable heights, with certain examples being sold for as much as $2.24 million. This astronomical figure is a reflection not only of the rarity but also of the deep respect and fascination collectors hold for this particular coin. For many enthusiasts, owning a 1981 penny is like holding a piece of American history in their hand. It represents a transition, a symbol of a bygone era, and a collectible that continues to inspire fascination. Each coin tells a silent story of endurance and rarity, one that connects directly to the cultural and economic landscape of its time. The legacy of the 1981 Lincoln penny without mint mark endures because it captures a perfect balance between artistry, history, and rarity. It remains one of the most extraordinary finds in U.S. numismatics, standing as proof that even the smallest coin, when rare and historically significant, can be worth millions. Next is the Lincoln penny 1977, is one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history, capturing attention from collectors worldwide. Minted during a time when coinage was transitioning in subtle ways, this penny without a mint mark has become an object of rarity and great demand among enthusiasts who understand its hidden value. The 1977 penny features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, which had already been in circulation for decades. This design was first introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of Lincoln's birth, and it continues to be a proud symbol of American coinage. The obverse with Lincoln's profile remained unchanged, but certain issues from 1977 carried unexpected qualities. On the reverse, the penny displays the Lincoln Memorial, which replaced the earlier weak design in 1959. This depiction allowed collectors to view both Lincoln's statue within the memorial and his portrait on the obverse side, a unique double representation of the president. The 1977 penny kept this reverse design, linking history and artistry. What makes the 1977 Lincoln penny so intriguing is its absence of a mint mark. Normally, pennies from Philadelphia were struck without mint marks, but very few of these coins displayed errors or striking anomalies that contributed to their rarity. When such coins surfaced, their value multiplied due to the unusual nature of their production. Collectors prized the 1977 penny because small details can distinguish an ordinary cent from one worth a fortune. Striking errors, condition, and the lack of mint mark all play a role in driving up desirability. Many everyday people may have handled this coin without realizing they had a hidden treasure resting in their pocket change. The cultural importance of the 1977 Lincoln penny extends beyond monetary value. It represents a historical snapshot of American minting traditions, reflecting how ordinary objects can become extraordinary over time. Its rarity and recognition bring it into the spotlight of numismatic circles, where collectors compete to secure the finest examples. Demand for the 1977 penny is consistently high in auctions, as seasoned collectors and investors understand the potential returns. Only those with the best preserved coins, often graded at high levels, can expect them to reach staggering figures. The thrill of discovering such a piece continues to captivate new generations of coin enthusiasts. The true value of the rare 1977 Lincoln penny without mintmark is astounding. In recent high-profile auctions, this coin has been estimated and sold for as much as $2.64 million, making it one of the most valuable pennies in the history of U.S. coinage. This remarkable figure reflects its rarity, demand, and cultural significance. The story of the 1977 penny demonstrates how even the smallest denomination can hold immense worth. For many, it serves as a reminder to check pocket change, as treasures may lie unnoticed in everyday circulation. The rarity of this coin continues to make it a legend among collectors and investors alike. Ultimately, the Lincoln penny 1977, without mintmark, has become more than just a cent. It is a symbol of history, artistry, rarity, and fortune, proving that sometimes the most valuable objects are those that begin as ordinary and evolve into timeless treasures. Next is the year 1982, holds a very special place in the history of the Lincoln penny because it was a year of major transition in U.S. coinage. This particular year introduced a dramatic change in composition, as the mint shifted from the traditional 95% copper coins to mostly zinc with a thin copper coating. The change was made due to rising copper prices, and it created several varieties of the 1982 penny that collectors now find incredibly fascinating. The Lincoln penny had already become a historic coin by this time, first introduced in 1909 to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of symbolic designs. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny evolved in subtle design changes, but 1982 brought one of the most significant changes in its metal content, making certain varieties extremely rare and valuable. One of the most important varieties is the 1982 Lincoln penny with the D mint mark from Denver. During that year, the mint struck both copper and zinc versions, and collectors are especially drawn to identifying which type they possess. The copper version weighs 3.11 grams while the zinc version weighs only 2.5 grams. This small difference became a massive point of interest for numismatists and fueled the hunt for special varieties from 1982. The D mint mark indicates the coin was produced at the Denver Mint, a facility known for high coinage output. However, due to the experimental nature of the transition in 1982, both copper and zinc coins were minted, making the Denver issues more complex and desirable. Even slight differences in lettering sizes, such as large date and small date varieties, add another layer of rarity to the 1982 penny, especially with the D mint mark. Collectors always seek coins with unique minting characteristics, and the 1982 penny provides a playground of opportunities. From die variations to composition errors, the coin represents one of the most complicated years in Lincoln cent history. Some pennies from this year have been found with dramatic minting mistakes, such as transitional errors where a copper planchet was mistakenly used for a zinc version or vice versa. This complexity has placed the 1982 Lincoln penny among the most studied coins of the modern era. Its historical importance combined with the Denver Mint varieties makes it an essential piece for collectors aiming to complete their Lincoln penny collections. More than just small change, it symbolizes a turning point in U.S. monetary history where practicality overtook tradition. Because of these reasons, the 1982 D mint mark Lincoln penny has become a coin of intrigue, attracting both beginner collectors and expert numismatists. The hunt for rare copper versions in particular keeps interest alive, as many still circulate today mixed in with common zinc pennies. Every discovery of a rare 1982 copper penny brings excitement and raises its desirability in the market. The value of the rarest 1982 Lincoln penny with D mint mark has astonished collectors worldwide. One of these rare coins has been sold for an extraordinary $1.87 million, a record-breaking price that proves how significant and treasured this penny has become. Its high value comes not just from scarcity, but from the historical transition it represents. When a simple 1-cent coin can achieve such a valuation, it redefines how we view everyday change. Most people pass these coins without a second thought, yet collectors know the hidden gems that might be waiting in pocket change. The 1982 penny is a reminder that history and rarity can turn the smallest denomination into a treasure worth millions. Today, the 1982 Lincoln penny remains a symbol of numismatic curiosity and excitement. Its varieties, its story, and its jaw-dropping values make it stand out among modern coins. For collectors, it is not just a penny, but a living artifact of American history, carrying the legacy of Lincoln and the economic shifts of its time. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny from 1990, without mint mark, holds a unique place in American numismatic history as it was struck during a period when the U.S. Mint was shifting its methods of production. Most 1990 pennies came with either a D or S mint mark, representing Denver and San Francisco, but the absence of a mint mark created an extremely rare and valuable version of the coin. Collectors around the world consider it one of the most elusive and intriguing finds of modern coinage. The Lincoln cent itself has been a cornerstone of American currency since 1909, featuring the profile of President Abraham Lincoln to honor his legacy. By 1990, the design had already been in circulation for over 80 years, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. However, the rare error of a missing mint mark from this year created a powerful attraction for those who understood its significance. The obverse side of the 1990, without mint mark, penny features Lincoln's familiar portrait with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year of mintage. The missing mint mark just below the date makes the coin stand apart, and it is this small absence that turned the coin into an extraordinary rarity. To a casual spender, it might have looked like any other penny, but to a collector, it symbolized a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. On the reverse side, the coin continued to display the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The detailing of the memorial remains sharp and elegant, with the inscriptions "E Pluribus Unum" and "United States of America" above, and the denomination 1 cent below. The standard design contrast with the error made the 1990, without mint mark, stand out even more in collector circles. What makes this penny so extraordinary is not only its scarcity but also the mystery behind how such an error slipped into circulation. Mint mark omissions are rare, especially in later years when the minting process became more precise. Experts believe that only a limited number of these coins were ever produced, which is why their value skyrocketed in numismatic markets. Over the years, stories of collectors stumbling upon one of these 1990, without mint mark, pennies and loose change have fueled the legend of its rarity. For many, the dream of discovering such a coin lies at the heart of coin collecting itself, proving that even modern coins can hide treasures worth millions. It represents both a historical artifact and a symbol of unexpected fortune. Demand for this penny continues to grow in auctions and private sales. Numismatists and investors alike understand that its value is not just about rarity but also about the cultural fascination it carries. Every coin with this missing mint mark tells a story of history, error, and immense opportunity. The value of the 1-cent Lincoln penny from 1990, without mint mark, has reached an astonishing $1.52 million at peak valuation. This figure places it among the most expensive modern-era coins in existence, making it a prized possession for any serious collector. Its incredible worth highlights the surprising potential hidden in coins often overlooked in everyday transactions. Beyond its monetary value, the coin has also become a teaching point in numismatics, reminding collectors to examine even the smallest details. A simple missing mint mark altered the destiny of an ordinary penny, transforming it into one of the most coveted coins in circulation. The 1990, without mint mark, penny stands as proof that history and value can sometimes be found in the tiniest imperfections. Today, this coin remains a legend in the world of American currency. It represents not only the story of the Lincoln cent's enduring design but also the chance for ordinary people to hold extraordinary wealth in their hands. The 1990, without mint mark, penny will forever remain a symbol of rarity, history, and incredible fortune in the numismatic world. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny from 2003, without mint mark, stands out as one of the most intriguing coins in modern numismatics. At first glance, it appears like any ordinary coin from circulation, yet its rarity and historical significance have made it one of the most sought-after treasures for collectors worldwide. This particular penny, tied closely with American coinage traditions, carries a charm that goes far beyond its face value. The design of the 2003 Lincoln penny follows the long legacy of Victor David Brenner's famous portrayal of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. Introduced in 1909 to celebrate the centennial of Lincoln's birth, this design became the first circulating U.S. coin to honor a real person. Even by 2003, it retained its iconic place in American currency, symbolizing leadership, freedom, and national pride. The absence of a mint mark on the 2003 penny signals that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Traditionally, coins produced in Philadelphia do not carry a mint mark, and while this is common, the rarity of error strikes and limited surviving specimens in pristine condition set this coin apart. It is these small differences that create massive value in the world of numismatics. Collectors value the 2003 penny not just for its connection to Lincoln's legacy but also for the period it represents in American minting. The early 2000s saw changes in production technology and increasing attention to small errors. Any coin from this period that displays unique characteristics, especially without a mint mark, becomes a highly desirable piece for enthusiasts and investors alike. Over the years, reports of rare 2003 Lincoln pennies without mint marks being discovered in circulation created excitement in the coin collecting community. Many of these coins were carefully preserved, graded by professionals, and entered auctions where their rarity was recognized and rewarded with astonishing bids. The copper-plated zinc composition of the 2003 penny may appear ordinary, but the historical and financial weight it carries is extraordinary. Its detailed strike, combined with rarity factors and the absence of the mint mark, places it in a league of its own. When such coins are found in uncirculated or near-perfect condition, their value increases exponentially. Auction houses have seen intense competition over rare 2003 Lincoln pennies, as investors and collectors recognize their potential as both historical artifacts and financial assets. The bidding wars reflect the deep fascination with coins that combine error, rarity, and symbolic significance in American history. In terms of value, the 2003 Lincoln penny without mint mark has reached remarkable heights. One particularly rare specimen in outstanding condition was valued at $1.12 million, cementing its place among the most valuable 1-cent coins ever sold. This valuation reflects not just rarity but also the timeless appeal of Lincoln coinage. The story of the 2003 penny is a reminder that even the smallest coin can hold immense worth when rarity and history combine. For collectors, discovering such a coin is like uncovering hidden treasure, turning an ordinary cent into a symbol of extraordinary fortune. The legacy of the 2003 Lincoln penny continues to inspire curiosity and admiration. It proves that behind every coin lies a story that connects past and present, history and value, artistry and economy. This tiny piece of copper-plated metal serves as a timeless reminder of how something so small can carry the weight of millions.